Hello, welcome back student. Today we are going to start with the chapter number 3rd, that is properties of natural resources. Student, this is the third module, which is the last module of this chapter. We had completed with module 1, that is properties of air, module 2, that is properties of water, and in this module we are going to learn about properties of soil. Student, if you missed any of the video, any of the part of this chapter, link is already mentioned into the description box. You can go there and check it. So as I told you in the previous video, we had learned about properties of air and properties of water. In this module, we are going to learn about properties of soil. Students, let's recall about soil. What is meant by soil? How is soil formed? The upper layer of earth in which plants grow are black or dark brown materials, typically consisting of a mixture of organic remains, clay and rock particles. Now, what are the ingredients of soil? Answer: air, water, minerals and organic matter like living and non-living are the basic ingredient of soil. Now, let's start with the properties of soil. Color is an important property of soil. The soil gets its color as a result of several processes. The color of soil near land surface is darker than the color of lower layers. Soil may be of different colors such as black, red, copper, yellow, grey. The colors of soil are useful for its classification. Besides, they are indirectly useful in indicating several properties of the land. In this way, the properties of soil such as its fertility means उपजाऊ, drainage of water means पानी कैसे पास होता है, capacity to hold water become clear from its color. The color of the soil depends upon its texture and its organic ingredients as well as on chemical ingredients like iron, lime. Let us learn about soil texture. Soil contains particles of different sizes. The texture of the soil is determined by the proportion of particles of the various sizes in it. Following are the types of soil on the basis of its texture. The first one is sandy soil. The proportion of sand, that is large particles, is high in sandy soil. Water drains rapidly through sandy soil. It is easy to plug this soil, but it is less fertile. This is because the particles of the sandy soil are made up of the mineral called silicon dioxide. These particles do not dissolve in water and therefore the soil has very little capacity to supply nutrients. That is why it is less fertile, but it is easy to plug. Water drains rapidly in sandy soil. Now, the next soil based on its texture is silt soil. The particles of silt soil are of medium size. Silt soil is not as pluggable as sandy soil. However, it is much more pluggable than clay soil. This soil contains a large proportion of organic materials. Its capacity to supply nutrients is much greater. Silt soil is also called sedimentary soil. Next soil is clay soil. In this soil, the proportion of small particles are maximum. The particles of clay soil feel smooth, very smooth to touch. Clay soil has a high water holding capacity. Students, now use your brain power. Why it is difficult to plug clay soil? So here is the answer. It is difficult to plug clay soil as it has very less gaps between them and the particles are packed very close to each other. The particle can be small as 0.005 millimeter. Why it is easy to plug sandy soil? It is easy to plug sandy soil because it has a lot of gap between the particles. This is because the particles of sandy soil are much more larger and hence there are more air pockets and hence more gaps. That is why it is not used for farming. Why it is the water holding capacity of silt soil? Students, so answer is soil water holding capacity is controlled primarily by the soil texture and the soil organic matter content. An example of silt soil is loam soil that has 30% sand, 60% silt and 10% clay sized particle. In general, the higher the percentage of silt and clay sized particle, the higher the water holding capacity. Now, which soil is suitable for cultivation? Why? So, student, silt soil is suitable for cultivation because it provides larger proportion of nutrient to the plant because it has a large proportion of organic materials in it. Now, let us learn about soil structure. Soil occurs in the form of columnar, laminar, granular as well as block-shaped structure. Importance of soil structure. The fertility of soil depends upon soil structure. The advantages of good soil structure are as follow. Roots get a sufficient supply of oxygen. If a fertility of the soil is good, then the root will get a sufficient supply of oxygen as well as minerals. Water drainage is good, therefore the roots of plants grow well. Let us talk about uses of soil. Student, soil is used in plant conservation, that is, soil helps plant to grow. Water conservation, soil hold water. As a result, by means of burns and lakes, we can get water for use throughout the year. Plasticity, soil can be given any required shape. This property of soil is called plasticity. Because of its plasticity, we can use it to make articles of a variety of shapes. These articles can be baked to make them hard. Water storage, earthen pots, earthen lamps, idols, bricks, etc. are articles made from soil. Some useful types of soil. First one is China clay, which is also called as a kaolin. It is white in color. It is used to make crockery, bathroom tiles, tanks, laboratory apparatus, mask which is used in a cosmetics, jars, etc. Next useful soil is Sadhu soil. It is whitish in color. It is used for making statues and idols. Terracotta soil. This soil is red in color. Decorative articles and pots used for growing plants are made from this soil. Last one is Multani soil. This soil is used in cosmetic, as you all are aware. Next topic is soil testing. The proportion of the various ingredients of soil can be determined by soil testing. During soil testing, the soil is examined for color, texture, and the proportion of organic matter in it. Soil is tested to find out if there is a deficiency of any ingredients and to decide what measure should be taken to remove the deficiency. The soil sample collected for testing is dried in an open space in the shade for 8 to 10 days. It is then shifted through a sieve. Two tests, namely the pH and the electrical conductivity test, are particularly useful in finding out the characteristics of soil. You can determine the fertility of the soil in your field with the help of different tests. Students, in pH, P stands for potential, that is strength, and H is for hydrogen, that is strength of hydrogen ion. Now, pH scale ranges from 0 to 14. If the reading is on 7, that means the solution is neutral. Below 7, that means the solution is acidic. And above 7, that means the solution is alkaline or basic. Based on this reading, the test of soil has been taken. Great scientist, the Danish scientist Sorensen, put forth the concept of pH based on the concentration of hydrogen ions to determine the pH of soil. A mixture of water and soil in the proportion 1:2 is taken and tested using several indicators. Accordingly, soil may be found to be one of the following three types. That is acidic soil, pH will be less than 6.7. Neutral soil, pH will be between 6.7 to 7.5. And alkaline soil, pH is higher than 7.5. Now, causes of diminished soil fertility. Diminished means made smaller or less. Soil pH less than 6 or higher than 8. Low proportion of organic matter. No proper drainage of water. Repeated cultivation of the same crop. Continuous use of saline water. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Points to remember. Color is an important property of soil. The texture of soil determines the proportion of the particles of various soil. Uses of soil. Soil testing have two methods, that is pH and electrical conductivity method. And causes of diminished soil fertility. Now student, I want you to do a small assignment based on properties of soil. What are the various uses of soil? Why soil testing is important? What is the importance of good soil structure? What is the need and importance of soil testing from the point of view of farmers? So, we need to work with nature, not against it. It's more valuable than oil. It's our soil. So, on 5th December, it is celebrated as a World Soil Day. So, let's start to conserve soil from today itself to save our future generation. So student, we completed with this chapter. If you like this chapter, and you want me to make such an educational video, like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. In the next upcoming video, I am going to come with a new interesting topic. Till then student, take care, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.